Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about AP versus IB. I'm just going to be comparing the AP and IB program and giving you my experience, some tips, and how to basically determine which one is best for you or which one you should do. First, we're going to discuss some background information about both programs. So starting off with AP, what is AP? AP stands for Advanced Placement, and it is a program that was developed in the US with a college level curriculum, and it's focused largely on college preparation, preparing you to take college classes. For IB, what is IB? IB stands for International Baccalaureate. As the name suggests, IB is an international program which was founded and is headquartered in Switzerland. And it is also a college or university level curriculum which focuses on college preparedness, but also personal development and creating a really well-rounded student. So next I'm going to discuss curriculum. Okay, so as far as curriculum, AP classes can be taken all years of high school, so that is grades 9 through 12 or your freshman through senior year, whereas the IB curriculum is taken over the last 2 years of high school, so that is 11th and 12th grade or your junior and senior year. And I know you have different terms for that in different places in the world, but I live in the US, so that's just what we call it. Okay, so the IB curriculum is designed to be taken comprehensively or as a complete program with all the class requirements and then the requirements outside of that. However, you can take individual classes without attempting the IB diploma. So you can either be an IB diploma candidate while you're going through high school, or you can just take IB classes here and there if that's what you want to do. And I can talk more about the IB program and all of those requirements and my experience and tips and stuff in another video if you guys want that, so just let me know in the comments. For AP, you can just take whatever classes you want really. There's a lot of flexibility. It all just depends on what your school offers and what's available to you. However, AP does offer an AP capstone diploma program, which I will talk about more later in this video. So for IB, there are many requirements beyond the classroom. For example, there's the creativity, activity, and service, also known as CAS. So basically you just have to do activities for each category and log those into the system. So say I do a sport, that would go under activity, and I could just log my hours that I spend practicing or playing games or anything like that. You also have other things like an essay, a big project that you do, and then you take an exam at the end of the year. As far as how many classes are available for you to take, there are 38 AP subject exams or courses that are available, and there are 57 IB courses that you can take. Of course, you won't get every single one at every school. It does vary from school to school or district to district. As far as the curriculum type, the AP curriculum is more broad, whereas the IB curriculum focuses more on depth and you dive deeper into different topics. So for example, AP World, the time periods that you study span from 1200 CE to present. So basically in that time period, you learn a little bit about a lot of different countries all over the world throughout that period from 1200 to the present. Whereas with IB, for example, IB 20th century world history, you just focus on the 1900s. And so you really zoom in on those 100 years, and that allows for a lot more details. So that's just one example of how the AP curriculum focuses on, covering a wider amount of topics, but not going as deep into those topics, where IB focuses on fewer topics and really diving deep into those few topics. Okay, so exams is the next category. For AP, your exams are graded on a scale of 1 to 5, with a 3 or higher being passing. And for IB, your exams are graded on a scale of 1 to 7. And I believe there is no benchmark for a passing score. However, I'll talk more about that later. In order to take an IB exam, you must be enrolled in the IB course. So if I want to take the IB biology exam, I have to be taking an IB biology class. However, you can take any AP exam without being enrolled in the course. So for example, I could take the AP art history exam if I wanted to. I've never taken AP art history, but it's available for anyone to take. So okay, so for AP scores, when you take your AP exam, your score is added to something called a score report. And this is basically where AP keeps track of all the exams you've taken and what you received on each of those exams. And then you can choose whether or not you want to report each individual exam score to colleges once it's time for you to apply. If you don't like the score that you got, you don't have to report it. There is also an option, I believe, to send your entire score report to colleges. However, if you got a score that you really just did not like and you absolutely do not want it on your exam score report, there is an option for you to have scores removed from your exam report, and there's a form I believe you have to fill out for that, but that is an option. For IB, while I said there is no passing benchmark that I'm aware of, your IB scores do contribute to your diploma. So whether or not you will graduate with an IB diploma, if you're a diploma candidate, there is a certain amount of points you have to get to make sure that you receive your diploma. So for example, one of these rules is if you get a 1 on any of your exams, you won't receive your IB diploma, which is really sad. So you want to make sure that you're doing well on your exams. But then a glance at the exam structure. AP exams generally include a multiple choice section and a free response section, with the exception of a few classes like computer science, which they have other tasks. Like I think they have a create task where they have to make an app or something. Of course, APR, I've seen all those TikToks of the amazing APR portfolios. But generally, for the majority of AP classes, you will have a multiple choice section and a free response section. For IB exams, the exams are called papers. So you have papers 1, 2, and 3, and they're completely free response. There's no multiple choice, which I actually didn't realize it until like a few days before my test, which hopefully you guys are finding out sooner than I did. But yeah, so it's completely free response, but don't be too scared by that. I've only taken one so far, but I didn't think it was too bad. For your IB exam score, if you're looking to the IB program, you may have heard words like IA and EA. EA stands for external assessment, and that's when you go to the testing site and you sit down and you write your exam. That's basically what that is. It's like a typical exam. The IA, however, is something that you complete during the school year with your teacher. For some classes, it's an essay. Some of them, it's a project. I'm pretty sure they all end up being an essay of some sort. Yes, so it's an essay that you write, and you take your essay score and your like actual written exam score, and you combine those to get your final exam score. So your EA and IA are combined to get your final exam score, which, like I said earlier, is scored on a scale from 1 to 7. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Again, if you want, I can make a whole separate video on that. I did want to mention that both exams cost money, AP and IB. For US students who are IB diploma candidates, the IB exams are a little bit more expensive. I don't know exactly how much they cost. I believe they're around $110-ish, whereas the AP exams are around $90. However, a lot of schools or districts do waive those test fees. So for me, fortunately, I didn't have to pay for any exams last year, and I only had to pay for one this year, which is good. So but definitely go to your guidance counselor or speak to your teachers and see if your school or district offers fee waivers. Okay, now for college credit. So for college credit with AP credits are only transferable in US colleges. So if you take an AP course in college, those credits are only eligible to be transferred to US colleges. And then IB credits are transferable internationally. So that is one of the benefits and one of the main reasons people do the International Baccalaureate program, is so that they have the option, if you want to go to college internationally, you do have the option to have your credits transferred, which I think is really amazing. I do want to note that more colleges in the US take AP credits than IB credits, so it's easier to get your credit for AP classes than it is for IB classes. Pretty much any college you can think of will take AP credits, however, not all schools take IB credits. So let's talk a little bit more about that. As I said earlier, a 3 or higher is passing on AP exam. However, each college may have their own requirements or benchmarks that they've set regarding AP credit transfers. So let's say I got a 3 on AP biology and I'm applying to college A and college B. College A may say if you get a 3 or higher in AP biology, you get credit for a college course at their school. However, college B may say that I won't get credit at their school for AP biology because I had to get a 4 or higher to receive credit. So it honestly varies from school to school. I would definitely look into it at schools that you're interested in and see what the requirements are for AP credit transfers. Now, for IB, some schools, like the more selective schools, may only accept higher level classes or HL IB classes with a score of 6 or higher. Some schools will accept a 5 or higher. It all just depends. And definitely, like I said, make sure you do your research and read very carefully for the schools that you're interested in. Okay, now I mentioned this earlier, and the next thing I want to talk about is the AP capstone program, because over the course of this whole video, I've just been comparing the IB diploma program to regular AP classes, which some might say is not a fair comparison. However, typically when I think of IB and AP, I think of the IB program and AP classes. So I did want to make it known that AP does have a program which to me is kind of like a mini IB program. Basically, the AP capstone diploma program is offered by AP, and again, it's those college level classes. The program requirements: in order to get an AP capstone diploma, you must earn a score of 3 or higher on AP research and AP seminar. In AP seminar, you will also be required to write a 5,000 word research essay, and this is kind of similar to the EE extended essay. That is a requirement of the IB program, a 4,000 word essay on a topic of your choice within the different IB subject groups. In addition to this, you must also earn a score of 3 or higher on 4 other AP exams. So students who meet those requirements will get their AP capstone diploma. However, if a student earns a score of 3 or higher on AP research and AP seminar but does not get a score of 3 or higher on 4 other AP exams, their work is not for nothing. They are still eligible to receive a AP research and AP seminar certificate. I really do like that AP offers, a certificate if for some reason you aren't able to meet the requirements for the diploma. Now I'm gonna talk about my experience and recommendations. First, I'll talk about my experience, I guess. So I'm in the IB diploma program. I'm a diploma program candidate. I have never taken or attempted the AP capstone program, so I cannot speak personally on that. However, I have taken a few AP classes. In my experience, I feel like... Okay, so in this clip, I was talking about my experience with the AP and IB classes that I've taken at my school and kind of how I feel like the coursework compares between the two, AP and IB. So what I was saying in these clips didn't really make sense, so I'm just going to tell you guys now. In my personal experience, I feel like just examining the coursework itself, like the actual classwork and the stuff in class, I feel like IB was still a bit more difficult, at least in my school for the classes that I took. They're pretty neck and neck, I feel like, but I definitely think that IB does have a bit of a leg up as far as the difficulty. When you add in all of the other requirements of the IB program, like the EE, IAs, CAS, when you consider all of these other factors, I definitely do think that the IB program is a lot harder, but of course everybody's experience will be different. So as far as my recommendations, first and foremost, just take the most challenging courses available to you. Don't stress out if your school doesn't have an IB program or a capstone program or even a ton of AP classes. It just really depends on your school. And when you're applying to college, colleges will look at you in context of your school and what is available to you. So you say if you go to a school in a small town with 5 AP classes compared to another student who went to a school with 30 AP classes, they're not going to compare you and punish you for not having taken as many classes if they weren't available to you. As long as you're taking the most challenging courses that are available to you, you'll be fine. Colleges will understand. You're not going to be compared to other people who had different resources. However, if you want to go the extra mile and see courses outside of your school or area, that's awesome, but don't feel obligated to if you truly don't want to. As far as AP and IB, colleges say that they don't prefer one over the other. Honestly, it's just a matter of your personal preference and what you think you need as a student. So overall, I would recommend taking whichever one is available to you. However, if you have many options available, I would say take IB if it's available to you. But of course, I am pretty biased since I'm an IB student. If not, I would go for the AP capstone program. And then again, if not, like I said earlier, taking the most challenging courses available to you. I do want to end the video by saying this is your life and you live it the way you want to. You should not go through school trying to please other people or trying to think of what colleges want out of you, because ultimately you're the one who has to live your life, so you want to make sure you're creating one that is fun to live. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. It really helps support me and I'd greatly appreciate it. And also comment down below and tell me how you're doing. I hope this video helped you. Again, like I said, if you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments, and if you want me to go into further detail about the IB program, I will be happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.